Dear students, today we will discuss compensation management. What is the meaning of compensation? What are the various components or elements of compensation? And what are the objectives behind the compensation management? Means why the organization formed this compensation management, and what are the various factors which affect compensation? Now, moving to the first slide, we will discuss the meaning of compensation. So, as written here, compensation is the result or reward that the employees receive in return of their work. Means whatever the work the employees do, the compensation received by them in turn of the services rendered by them for the organization or for the employer. Means whatever the services done by the employees and what they get in turn of that, in return of that, is compensation. So it is in a wide range of financial and non-financial rewards given to the employees for their services rendered to the organization. So in it we say like the salary, wages, other economic benefits are the part of compensation. So moving to the what are the objectives of compensation. The very first objective of compensation is to attract the capable and competent employees to the organization. Means with the help of compensation, with the help of effective and attractive compensation package, the organization can attract the capable and competent employees to the organization. Another is with the help of compensation, the organization can motivate the employees to perform better in the organization. So it improves the performance of the employees. Then with the help of compensation or attractive compensation package, the organization can reduce the attrition rate. Means very less number of employees will leave the organization if the organization have a attractive package, compensation package. Now these are the elements of compensation. The wages and salary. Means the wages and salary, wages are for the labor or the unskilled people, and salaries are for those who are skilled and basically employing the mental ability, and wages for those who are following the you can say physical strength is required. Now another is economic benefits. Economic benefits like paid holidays, then travel allowance, then medical facilities. Another is your retirement benefits, then insurance, EPF, ESIs, all are the economic benefits. Then bonus is there, overtime for pay, or you can say overtime pay. That is, if the worker work more than the prescribed time, then they will be paid with the uh, extra amount of salary or wages. Then commission is there. Another allowances are there, that is DA, HRA, TA, CCA. DA is your dearance allowance. Then HRA is your house rent allowance. Then TA is your traveling allowance, and CCA is your city compensation allowance. So CCA is given to those employees who live in the metro cities where the cost of living is high. Then these are the types of compensation. We have indirect compensation, then there is direct compensation. So direct compensation is like your basic pay, salary, wages, merit pay, incentive pay, deferred pay. These are your direct, means which are directly related to or which involve more of the financial thing. Another is indirect compensation, which could be said as the fringe benefits, like the employees are getting medical insurance, life insurance, then pay for time not worked, like vacations, holidays, sick leaves, then duty leaves are there, then services and perquisites like recreation facilities, and the car or traveling facilities, financial planning, low cost or free meals to the employee. So these are the indirect compensation. Now, what are the factors affecting compensation? Organization, affordability, and availability to pay. So, what is the ability of organization? What is the strength of the organization? Will the organization is in the position to pay more to the capable employees? So it completely depend upon the affordability of the organization. Another one is manpower planning or the human resource planning. It is something like when we make an analysis of the demand and supply of labor or the employees for the organization. So if the demand for the employees is high, then definitely the people or the employee will get more compensation, and vice versa. Like if the supply is more, then as the economics said that when demand increases, definitely the organization or paid more of that. So supply, if the more of the labor are available, more of the resources are available for the organization, so they are in the position to negotiate over the compensation, and definitely they will put that it less. Then the economic condition of the country. Economic country condition of the country definitely affect the compensation package, as like if the recession is prevailing in the countries or the overseas, then definitely it will impact on the compensation. Then the cost of living of the organization also affect the compensation. If the city where the cost of living is high, then these compensation paid, as we in the previous slide I have discussed CCA, that is city compensation allowance. So those cities who are having the cost of living high, so compensation is paid more to them. That's all for the day. In the next lecture, we will be discussing about what are the recent trends in compensation management. Thank you.